friends, welcome back to the channel. Janie here. In today's episode, I wanted to chat about, I already did what's next, but I wanted to kind of talk about training and the plan for that and things that I plan to do this time around for this Disney training compared to what I did last time, and similarities, the differences, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, it may be some extra stuff. I really don't know. It's gonna be that and some fun stuff. So let's get going. We are doing the Jack Quinn's 5K loop today. And so yeah, let's go get some exercise in, a walk in, because today it's gonna be a walk. I'm not running it until next week, or the day of the release of this video is day one of training. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this training cycle, the first thing that I'd really like to make sure that I focus on is balance. I would really like to find a balance in routine and a structure for my running, and then also balancing being able to change it up, change time I run during the day, where I run, who I run with, and all that fun stuff. Because I know in the past I have struggled. Deanie, no, we're not getting the squirrel, come on. I don't want to say struggled, but the first Princess weekend that I did kind of experience a little bit of burnout because I was doing the same routes over and over and over again at the same time, over and over and over again by myself. And so I do still want to get myself in a routine, but also not really accept, but change it up so I don't experience burnout. Another area that I'd like to find balance in this training cycle, or the next two areas that I want to, are one, my nutrition. I have this huge sweet tooth, and good morning, Ella. And I really want to what I've really struggled with is, and I've never eaten awful, but I've always kind of overindulged in the sweets. When I've gone back for seconds, I've gotten back for too big of a serving for seconds. And so I really want to find, and then when I have a bowl of ice cream, I have a huge bowl of ice cream, or too much. And I really want to find that balance of eating healthy and eating well, but also enjoying a bowl of ice cream, but finding that balance where I don't feel guilty, but yet I'm satisfying that sweet tooth craving. The other area that I really want to balance is recovery and cross training, because I know that's where I've always struggled, and strength training. And so I want to make sure I incorporate that to help support the rest of my running. So the next thing that I'd really like to focus on for this training cycle is finding a running posse and running groups. I did intend to do that this summer. However, that did take a turn with my knee injury and took me out for the summer. And so once I start running, I do hope to be able to start going to more group runs, or more of these kind of events like Jack Quinn's Run Club, just because even if I'm running or walking like I am now on my own, like here at Jack Quinn's, you're still not alone, because you have people there that are running, and like it's just different when you're running with people on hard days or days that are just tough. Come on, Teeny. And so I know sometimes it's okay to run alone, so I do want to make sure that I allow for both running by myself as well as running with groups. But that is something that I'd really like to do, is find my running posse. So another thing that I really want to work on this round is consistency, and consistency across the board. Hello. Consistency in being just consistent in the running workouts, but also, so the next thing that I really want to work on is consistency, and like consistently across the board, like consistency with cross training, consistency with strength training, consistency with running, and especially what I really want to do is consistency with recovery. I've always been really bad about making sure that I do the proper recovery exercises and stuff, like rolling out or any of that after a run. And so that's one thing I really want to do this time around, because I just think it'll help me with the whole injury thing, and especially core work and hip and strength work I want to be consistent on, because that also is what I think led to my patellar tendinosis, which led into bursitis, which led to, and so I just need to be more consistent. So the biggest thing that I want to do differently this time is giving myself grace and understanding. Reason being is, like, I grew up in a, like, I don't want to say it's bad, because I loved it, in such a competitive environment with competitive swim and running competitively and everything, that I always had to be like, every practice had to be perfect and everything, and like really beating myself up on a bad day. And this time around, I really want to just allow myself to have bad days, both physically and mentally, and know that that is truly part of the process. And if one day there's like 6 miles on the docket, but my body is just feeling 4, then fine. Or like, I don't know, like I know there are going to be bad days in the process, and so I just need to learn to be okay with it and allow myself walk breaks, because I grew up like, you don't take walk breaks, you run straight through. And so now with this RunDisney mentality of like, walking is okay, and it's actually proven that it's good to take walk breaks, I want to make sure that I allow myself to. And of course I want to be able to like run straight through, and like if I'm feeling like running straight through without a walk break, great. If I'm not and I need a few, that's fine too. And so I just need to, that's one thing I really want to work on this time around, is that grace and understanding from myself to myself, and not completely shut down when I have a bad day. Hey guys, so obviously I am done with that walk. I'm currently actually in my classroom. And the next thing I wanted to kind of address or talk about in this video is my training. Like I said, I'm planning to start training next Monday, which is also the day of release for this video. So start training September 30th, which is also my birthday. I want to kind of do a quick rundown of my training and what I'm planning on doing and all of that fun stuff for this training cycle, because, and I already talked about like what I want to do differently and everything, and I guess another thing that I am doing differently for this is I am not getting myself a coach this time around, and this isn't because I think coaches are bad or that, or hasn't worked out in the past. I mean, I've had good and bad coaches. However, I do want to, I loved the last coach I had. We parted ways amicably, but she was training for the Olympic trials and needed to focus on that, and I was already thinking about not having a coach to begin with, anyway. And plus, it was the beginning of this whole knee injury cycle that I've been through at this point. And so it was just kind of the right time to part ways. We still follow each other on social media and keep in contact here and there, but, and say, hey. But this time around, I really don't want to have a coach, because the last couple of training cycles, I have felt like I didn't have a whole lot of autonomy as far as my training goes and all that stuff. And I know that all comes with communication and everything, but I wanted to be able to make all decisions for my training. And so I am, and make those decisions based on how my body feels and everything. And so I am, I did find a few training plans that I am planning to use this training cycle. I'm using these more as a guide rather than a, I have to stick to it every single time. I want to, like I said, be able to find myself structure, but also allow myself to be flexible as oh shoot, I have all this to do today, I'll do this tomorrow, and move stuff around. I'm sorry, I itch. But yeah, so that's the plan. I kind of was able to morph together 3 different plans that I found on the Higher Running website. The first one is beginner run training. They also have an intermediate base training plan or something, but yeah, but with my knee injury, I am gonna go with beginner for the first 6 weeks, because I really do want to ease into training. And that's not to say that I'm not used to high intensity, because I am. I just want to, with my knee injury and how probably sensitive my knee is at this point, I want to ease my way into it. And so the first 6 weeks include 3 to 4 run, walk, run runs. And so the first week I have 2 15 to 20 minute runs with 30 seconds to 1 minute run. And on the first run, it's a 2-minute walk. And then on the second 15 to 20 minute run, it's a minute to a minute and a half, which, depending on how my knee does next week, I will make it 2 minutes if I need it. And then the third run is on Sunday, which is the long run, which is 20 to 25 minutes, with a minute to 2 minutes easy run and a 2-minute walk, which for early this yearly, I'm going to make it the 2-minute walk and a 1-minute run. And then the second week, 20 to 25 minutes twice, with about a minute to 2-minute run and a minute to 2 minutes walk and a 30-minute long run. And it just slowly builds like that, with the run part of the runs getting longer and the walk parts of the run getting shorter. And at the 4th week of this plan, it adds a 4th run, which is fun. And then I transitioned to the higher running aerobic base building plan, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 runs each week. Shortest being about 4 to 5 miles, longest being 7 to 8. And then I transitioned to the actual training plan that is geared towards getting me ready for the half marathon and 10K over Princess Weekend. And I'm super excited for it because I am like so ready to be back to running and feeling like my normal self in my running again, because I truly do miss it. And yeah, this whole knee injury thing has really thrown me for a loop. And so yeah, like today it does feel a little like swollen in the back. And so today, like yesterday, I took a really long walk, which is fine. I'm used to it. It just is feeling a little swollen today because I think it's that. And so today is going to be an easy, short walk with the doggo when I get home here in a little bit. And so yeah, that's really everything for training. So let me pack up and get home, and yeah, actually, you know what? That's really going to be it for this video, for this episode, because I don't want to extend this any much longer. So yeah, I am really excited for this training cycle. I am excited for the ability to make my own decisions for my running and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a lot more of me just talking at you guys the last couple of videos, but I am going to start making more running vlogs here. And yeah, I hope you guys find your joy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.